The wait is over. Episode 1, Build a Star. Carmelo Hayes. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the MVP's Lounge. I am your host, as always, the King. Let me tell you how Build a Star works for those that are new. We will handle this in 3 phases. Phase 1, the breakdown. Phase 2, the build-up. And Phase 3, the finish. This is our way of pretty much tearing down what has already been shown to you, and then now building up from where it's at and finishing off with a star presented to you. So for Carmelo Hayes, hey, look, when you look at the landscape of things, when you're trying to build that new fancy dining room or fancy little man cave you got to break it down first. You got to break some things down. So let's break down Carmelo Hayes. Let's start where he started from. He joined SmackDown and he was drafted in the first round. He joined SmackDown, which was like, hey, look, it was a good start for him. You know, first episode that he gets drafted in, he ends up getting into a match with the new WWE champion Cody Rhodes in the main event, and he has a phenomenal match with the guy.
Nightmare to the limit. Around we go into the face buster. Very easy.
Now he loses, but again, still a phenomenal match. He gets to have a nice showing. So you think from this point forth, having a match with the WWE champion, you're gonna have a good, route towards, titles and storylines and everything, right? Well, we're wrong, because going forward, Carmelo Hayes ends up in a best of 7 with Andrade that honestly leads to nowhere. He ends up in a conglomerate of Andrade with a hint of LA Knight on the side as United States champions. He gets nowhere with that, so that ends up going nowhere, and Andrade ends up released and brought back. Who knows? But he ends up in that vortex. Later down the line, he ends up in a tag team with The Miz. Kinda close to where he's at now, because Melo don't Miz apparently. Where does that lead him? Nowhere really, because the tag team titles far in reach from wherever these two guys are at, and all that leads to now is Carmelo Hayes is Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. What does he got of that really? Nothing, just a chain. That's it. That's all he gets. He gets a chain. Gets a nice little chain. That's it. It was on Andre's face on it. The guy's been on the roster for almost 2 years now, and all he's got to show for it is an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal chain and a broken faction. I mean, he's got to hit up catering a lot. I'll tell you that. He's been in catering for a good minute. He's got to tap in with new meals on whatever city he's in. That's about it. So for Carmelo Hayes, his tenure on SmackDown, nothing short of trash. Nothing short of it. But it's okay. That's why we're here. We're here to build the guy up from this trash to greatness. So we have to start from where he's at now. And from where he's at now, well, he's in a feud with The Miz. Just recently got attacked, if I might add. They got a little back and forth going. Miz attacks him, he attacks The Miz. There's a lot going on there, but it's okay. We can build on this going forward, which leads us into phase 2, the build-up. Now, what we can do from here is take Carmelo Hayes and build upon his feud with The Miz. Going forward, they have a promo battle. The battle starts off with The Miz letting Carmelo know, hey, you're just not ready to be a champion at all. You're not on my level, especially not even when I was a rookie here at WWE. I started out in SmackDown as well. And guess what? In a year's time, I was already a tag team champion. Now it's about to hit 2 years for you. And what have you got to show for it? Nothing. You don't have anything to show for it. You're nowhere near the level to be a champion. Trust me. I know. Melo, of course, not for it. Let Miz know he's nowhere on his level right now, and saying that he's better than The Miz currently and back in his prime. Okay, all right. He's spitting a little bit because he's trying to show out what his accolades from NXT, but Miz doesn't want to doesn't want to put any of that over. He's like, that's the little league. This is the big league right here. So Melo says, all right, then how about we settle this? You and me, one-on-one at Survivor Series. Miz obliges. We get to Survivor Series. They have a good match, but the Miz seemed completely off his game. The Miz was completely off his game this whole match. He was cocky going into it, believing again that he's better than Melo, and it wasn't the case at all. It was not the case. Melo ended up beating the Miz quite easily, and of course Miz is heated about it. He ain't happy with it, pissing and moaning at the end of the match, angry as hell backstage. And now we can end up back on SmackDown. Melo believes, okay, cool, I'm done with the Miz. It's time for me to prove myself. It's time for me to get United States gold. All right, as we talked about, he was close to doing that at some point back then when he originally started out with the whole thing with LA Knight and Andrade, but it just wasn't panning out. You know, there's too many factors involved. Now this is his time, one-on-one with the man that he once rivaled in NXT, Ilya Dragunov. So he puts the challenge out to Ilya. You and me, Saturday night's main event, one-on-one for the United States Championship. And of course, Ilya is like, okay, hey, always open for a challenge. Okay, he's been doing the United States Open challenges for the past few weeks. He's nothing but ready for what Melo has in store for him. So let's get to it. Let's get to Saturday night's main event where Dragunov and Melo face off with each other for a fire match. But during this matchup, Melo, like how he was in NXT, was underestimating the Mad Dragon going into it. Because again, as much as he believes he's elevated since NXT, Ilya has elevated even further. So Melo is having a hard time in the beginning, but when he's mounting a comeback, everything is thwarted, everything is cut off completely by the Miz. The Miz interferes and attacks Carmelo Hayes amidst this match against Ilya Dragunov, and of course the Miz is furious. He's beating the hell out of Melo, beating blood from this dude's face, hits him with a skull crushing finale on the announce table, and leaves him lying there broken. WWE.com later puts out that Melo is currently hurt and his status for the future, maybe even going into WrestleMania, is at a concern, and it's unknown if he'll even make it to it. So of course the Miz brags about it on SmackDown. We go into the new year and he's like, hey, I'm going to be in the Royal Rumble. I'm going to punch my ticket to WrestleMania and I'm going to be a WWE champion once again. Yada, yada, yada. Spiel, more Miz spiel, of course. So we get to the Royal Rumble where the Miz comes out at number 11, shows up, hides on the outside of the ring. He hops on commentary because he's not trying to get in the ring. Of course, it's the Miz. Why would he get in the ring during the Rumble? And while he's in there, just talking on the mic, on commentary, person number 12 comes out and he's like, this guy sucks, who cares? And it's Otis, that comes out at 12. And the Miz slides in the ring to throw out Otis very cheaply, and he's celebrating. And then lucky number 13 hits, and it's Carmelo Hayes returning after being attacked by the Miz. We thought this dude would not be back. It was reported he was hurt, but nah, Carmelo Hayes, fully healthy, scar on the forehead, fully healthy still, pulls up, attacks the Miz, and eliminates him, getting his revenge. Melo lasts to about, we'll say, the bottom 6, where he's eventually eliminated by Ilya Dragunov, and Dragunov, of course, gives him a nice little wave on the way out. Hey, the seeds of that U.S. title still planted there. They still got a match to run back at some point. So, hey, that's what we're leaving right there for that one. Melo comes out on SmackDown after the Royal Rumble, and he challenges Ilya Dragunov, telling him, hey, all right, I got rid of the Miz. The wait's over. It's time for us to run it back for this U.S. title. And of course, the music that comes out first is The Miz, and Melo's sick of it. He's like, bro, oh my God, why is this guy still coming out here? Like, why? Why is he still coming out here? The Miz comes out just furious, just angry, just, seething. And Melo's like, look, I don't got time for this. And the Miz cuts him off immediately, like, no, I'm sick and tired of you. You cost me the Rumble. You ruined our tag team that could have been something. This is over. You and me at Elimination Chamber, one-on-one. And Mel's like, nah, not interested. I've already beaten you. I'm not interested in this. I beat you at Survivor Series. I eliminated you in the Rumble. I don't want nothing to do with you, all right? And Miz is like, nah, You and me one-on-one. Winner faces Ilya Dragunov at WrestleMania. I'm trying to get back to WrestleMania, and this is the way I'm going to do it. Melo, again, not interested. I can go challenge Ilya myself, and leaves the ring, and then Miz is like, no. How about this? You versus me, Elimination Chamber, #1 contendership versus career. I'll put my entire career on the line. I will beat you at Elimination Chamber. I guarantee it. And Melo slowly turns around. He's like, all right, if this means I can finally get rid of you for good, I'll take that challenge then. It's settled. Elimination Chamber, Miz versus Melo. The #1 contendership for the US titles on the line, and Miz's career is on the line. Who's going to WrestleMania? Well, we get to Elimination Chamber. Miz is pulling out all the stops. He's hitting springboards, hurricanranas. He's doing everything possible in his entire arsenal to try and beat Melo. He even hits Melo with his own finisher, the nothing but net leg drop off the top. Melo kicks out of that. Melo, fires back, hits Miz with a skull crusher finale. Miz kicks out of that. They're both going crazy, going back and forth. Miz tries to go for another skull crushing finale, but Melo reverses it into that tilt-a-whirl face buster.
Nightmare to the limits. Around we go into the face buster.
Hits him with a nothing but net. 1, 2, 3. Melo gets the win. He gets the #1 contendership. And Miz, well, it's time for Miz to ride off into the sunset. You know, we're in a time of many wrestlers going down the line of retirement, and yes, I'm getting the Miz the hell up out the paint in this scenario. Miz, at the end of the match, puts his hand out to shake Carmelo Hayes' hand. Carmelo Hayes, shakes his hand. Miz puts up Melo's arm, and then he leaves the ring. Melo's the winner. Miz, his career is over. But now we end up going straight into that final road to WrestleMania, which leads us into the finish. Phase 3. Carmelo Hayes versus Ilya Dragunov. Hayes and Dragunov, they get a promo right out the gate. Post-Elimination Chamber, and Ilya, it's like, hey, congratulations on beating the Miz. Congratulations. And Melo, hey, thank you. But Ilya likes to point out to him, Melo, you saw how our match was going already at Saturday night's main event. I was dominating. You were only slightly making a comeback. Slightly. But I was dominating like I was back in NXT. If you continue this course going into WrestleMania, I will break you the same way I broke you in NXT. Don't continue forward. And Melo is one of the most confident people here on the roster. But even in that moment, he had to think for a minute, like, the same thing might happen to me, except not worse, because it's going to be at WrestleMania. You know, in that moment, he's second guessing himself. And over the course of the next few weeks, Ilya Dragunov is just continuing his US Open challenges, and he's just dominating one opponent after another. Melo's out there watching on commentary, and he's just, again, that doubt just starts to seep in some more because he's just seeing how dominant Ilya has been. And on the night before WrestleMania, him and Ilya meet up one final time, and he lets him know, Ilya Dragunov, yes, you've gotten a lot better and a lot more impressive since the last time we fought in NXT, but so have I. I've gone through trials and tribulations against Andrade, LA Knight, The Miz. I won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I've gone through hell and back. I know I can beat you come WrestleMania. Well, the time for talk is over. It is time for WrestleMania 42, Carmelo Hayes versus Ilya Dragunov for the United States Championship. And they go to war, just blow for blow. Insane match. These two are literally putting each other to their limits. We even get a moment where Melo goes for a frog splash from the post to the announce table through Ilya Dragunov. Both men are putting everything on the line for the US title. Torpedo Moscow, Melo kicks out. H-bomb, Melo kicks out. Ilya Dragunov can't take it anymore. He goes to the top rope for the super H-bomb, but he is caught with the first 48, knees to the face. Melo picks up Ilya. Skull crushing finale. Call back to with the Miz, and then goes for nothing but net. Leg drop off the top.
Looking to shoot, nothing but net. Wow, got
it. 1, 2, 3. Carmelo Hayes is now the new United States champion beating not only his past NXT rival, fighting his demons, but also getting past what was put upon him by The Miz. Carmelo Hayes has now cemented himself not only as him, but as the new United States champion. So with that, Carmelo Hayes' journey begins. We already knew, the people knew around the world, he was already a star. Thank you guys for joining me today for Build a Star episode 1, Carmelo Hayes. Hey man, we had to go on this little journey for Carmelo. You know, we had to start from where he's at now, build our way up, get the guy to be a star. Let's not keep him in catering. Let's not hold him back. Let's not do things that just keep him from shining as bright as possible. Okay, so who do you guys want me to book next? Who's next on Build a Star? Well, let me know in the comment section down below, but I can give you a little tease who I got on the up and up here. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share as always, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Damn! He ain't gonna be a
MVPs.